Key Teeters on location today outside the Old City Auditorium. Our Key to the City brought to you by the fine folks at Bergen Travel, where your dream vacation begins. And I'm here with Al Melby, and this is the first time Al's been back to this door in a very long time, Al.
Decades.
Decades. Okay. This is the door that used to lead to the city jail and our police department. It was all through this door, right?
At night there was a main entrance in the front that was used for citizens coming up to pay a parking ticket or something, but that was 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. But the law enforcement officers, we used this entrance all the time.
And so if you had someone that was inebriated or someone that just didn't want to go to jail, this is the door you had to bring them through. And we just kind of want to show you, this is the parking garage as well. It was simply curbside, right?
Exactly,
here, right?
yes. Yep.
Okay, so this is the secured parking area, and then through this door, and we're going to take you up. I really have not been to the jail before. You haven't been here in decades. The old cells, they're still inside this building, so let's take a look. So we're coming through then the door. I see the step down piece there to this very, very narrow case. And Al, I'll let you go ahead of me here.
Okay.
If you would, you can see how hard it is for two people to even pass.
Yes. And
imagine wrestling somebody.
Yeah, figure someone who doesn't want to go along with you.
And so what does it bring back, any memories? And what is this metal part on was it just to get a better grip on things?
Actually, this was added on because the railing was so low, they were afraid someone was going to go over the side of it. So this was added on after a while.
A safety measure
Right.
of sorts, huh? So we're coming up, what, 2, maybe 3 flights of very narrow stairs into the jail area. And what was...
This was actually the police department right here. This was there was a counter here, and the chart for prisoners to stand up, get their picture taken was here. Excuse me. And the desk on the other side was whoever was sitting at the desk, and the radios were there. Basically a dispatcher,
Okay.
but it was an officer.
Okay, and so then the jail cells are right behind, and the cells are still here. So let's take a look. First, you say that maybe this one is for...
That one was used kind of in reserve for females or for juveniles because they couldn't be combined.
Okay, they still had to be separated.
Right, and
so then everyone else went in.
right here.
Okay, and inside this little narrow door, this is not even a standard size door, I don't think.
I don't know either.
Okay.
And it's very small, and you'll notice.
Here we go then.
And you'll notice.
Oh my gosh, Alan, this is incredible. So then we've got 2 sides, has total of...
Actually, 3.
3, okay. Just tell me what we have here.
Just a basic cell. I mean, it was a bunk, it had a sink, and the toilet. That was it. And there, you can see the ventilation was little to nothing.
Oh my God.
The lighting was a little better than this, but not much.
And the one you're standing in, a little more spacious
yes,
than
that was,
the 2
and this
on
one,
this side.
This one could have been used as a double.
Yeah, I love the bunk that we've got here. It looks very comfy. Is that just metal strapping then?
Pretty much,
That we have?
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And you did get a mattress
Yeah.
on that, but that was pretty much it.
Okay.
When I came, this jail was you could only have somebody up here for 24 hours.
Okay.
We had some that were Huber Law,
Okay.
and they had to actually sign a waiver so they could stay longer.
Okay.
And but basically it was a holding cell. You bring someone up, and then they would take them to court, and then they'd be released or taken to another jail.
What's
somewhere.
it like to be back here
Oh, this
after
is-
decades?
I can't believe it. Yeah, I've been trying to come up here for years, and it's just been, it's deja vu all over again. It really is.
So you were just a kid when you were an officer in this facility.
I started in '73. I was 22.
Yeah.
Yeah. And and you know what is surprising to me is, and I was thinking about that last night, that back home, I'm from Crookston, and the police department was up on the 2nd floor above the fire hall. And it's surprising that you would have that much stairwell when you're especially dealing with prisoners.
Yeah.
But that's just how it was back in the day.
Crazy. And when did we move out of this facility?
I believe it was in '76.
When the law enforcement center that's now being renovated.
Renovated, yeah. And that was state of the art back in its day. And one of the things they did when they had, they wanted to get a bond issue. So they had an open house up here. And people come up and looked at this, and much like your reaction, they couldn't believe it. And yeah, we got to do something with this.
They weren't impressed.
Yeah.
Any idea why they put it up on the 3rd floor? I mean, when they built the facility, they could have put it
Yeah.
much lower down, or
I have no idea. Like I say, the one in Crookston's up on the second floor too. So it's just, I don't know. That's just how it was back in those days.
it's kind of an out of sight, out of mind.
Maybe, I don't know.
You didn't have far to go to the municipal courtroom, and in some ways, it's almost like we've come full circle with the courtroom in the same building,
Right.
which is where we've gone to now. So we do want, let's just walk out into that area, Alan.
The
and we'll
difference
kind of
is,
show.
the difference would be municipal court was just for misdemeanors and probably petty misdemeanors, whereas the courtrooms now handle everything. And as I said, right here was a counter. You brought your prisoner in, you booked him in here, did all of this. There was a desk back here. Whoa. Well, and there's where all the wiring
Okay,
were.
this is the
And-
extent of things.
And that's where the radio and the officer, usually it was one of the sergeants, sat at the desk, and he was the dispatcher, the jailer, everything. And one thing I like to point out, a lot of people aren't aware of, is this used to be a small window here. And many times when a slow night, we'd lean out this window and you could see half the downtown. And you'd be surprised the number of things that the officers came across and called into the guys on the street, that there's people over here drinking, or there's somebody in an alley over here or whatever. This is a great view back in the day.
Of the city to see it all.
Yes.
And just so that people can also see some of the structure of the city auditorium, these beautiful grand archways in. So this goes to a hall that goes to the municipal court facility. You can see that same grand archway behind.
Actually, the secretary's desk was here. The
And that
record,
was Pat
Thompson.
Oh my gosh.
And the file cabinets were here and all that sort of thing. This wall was not here. And behind here was where the car marker had her files and her stuff. This was always closed off.
Okay. And
But that would take you to the gymnasium.
But this is so cool because people haven't seen this part in years, and it's very dark in here. But this is the kind of like the balcony area.
Oh, yes.
That used to be right alongside the stage, and at one time they had some really fantastic events that happened here in this part of the city auditorium. So the police station of the jail was right here, and then this grand space on this side for
a lot of teen
community
dances
events.
down here.
Oh yeah.
On its day. And then we also, our union got together and we had the wrestling. The professional wrestlers would come in and they'd set up the ring and everything here. And it turned out that the seats sitting up above were by far the better
Some of
seats.
the best. I haven't been up here in years, Alan.
I
This
haven't
is all
either.
closed off to the public now. It's not considered safe or
Yeah.
standard, but it's really fun to see it again.
Yes, I'm enjoying this. But like I say, and this was the stairwell that goes down and you'd come out in the front.
Much nicer staircase than
Yes.
the one we just came up.
Yes.
Our key to the city this afternoon is really fun to see you, Alan. Thank you so much for taking us
Oh,
through
my pleasure.
this piece of history, Thief River Falls. I'm Key Teeters.